Why, therefore, is Sushi thought to be among the DeFi protocols that is most underappreciated? What are the purposes of some of its recent additions, such Kashi, Miso, and Bento, and how does Sushi go about scaling solutions and releasing on several blockchains? This video contains the solutions to these queries. Before we start, please make sure you hit the bell icon, subscribe to my channel, and activate all notifications if you want to learn more about decentralized finance and the technology that powers it. You might also think about becoming a member of our DeFi Discord group and contributing to us on Patreon. Let's go over some history first. Sushi debuted in August 2020, during the DeFi summer, the organization's first significant expansion period. The initiative took off right away, mostly because of how it was introduced. When Sushi first emerged, it was called Sushiswap. Its goal was to fork Uniswap and entice liquidity providers to transfer their liquidity to a new platform, a technique known as a vampire strike. The difficult launch of Sushi seems like a distant memory almost a year later, and the team behind the protocol has been working hard to create the Sushi ecosystem and release new, intriguing features. The protocol provides a wide number of other goods in addition to its primary purpose of providing a decentralized exchange for asset swapping Sushi. These include a lending platform called Kashi, a launchpad for new protocols called Miso, and a feature that bootstraps liquidity for other projects called Onsen. Later in the video, more about these. When it comes to scaling solutions and distributing the protocol to various chains, the Sushi team is quite transparent. They deploy the protocol to all popular and future environments and let the market decide, rather than attempting to forecast which one will be the most dominant and will capture the most value. In addition to the Ethereum mainnet, Sushi is soon to be launched on Arbitrum, a Layer 2 Ethereum scaling solution. It has already been deployed to Polygon, XDAI, BSC, Phantom, and Moonbeam. Acquiring the domain name Sushi.com was another intriguing decision that ought to raise awareness of the project even further. Let's now explore each of the Sushi aspects in more detail. Sushi's primary feature is its automated market maker, or AMM, which enables users to exchange their assets in a permissionless, decentralized manner. Since Sushi's AMM is a fork of Uniswap v2, the functionality of the two is identical. This popular video I prepared a while back serves as a recap on AMMs and liquidity pools. Sushi now holds the second largest Ethereum AMM market share at about 16%. With over 54% of the entire AMM market, Uniswap is still without a doubt in the lead. One of the most significant indicators when it comes to ammunition, Sushi's daily trade volume, has been increasing gradually from about $250 million at the end of 2020 to over $500 million in 2021, with some days reaching well over $1 billion. In addition, the total value locked in the protocol has increased over time, reaching a peak of $5.50 billion at the end of 2020, and currently hovering at $3.50 billion following the recent market decline. Sushi and Uniswap v2 vary primarily in that Sushi has activated the profit-sharing mechanism, which is advantageous to the holders of Sushi tokens. Sushi activated the fee switch, lowering the trading charge for the holders to 0.25% and giving the remaining 0.5% to the Sushi token holders, as opposed to 0.3% of trading fees going to the liquidity providers, as in the case of Uniswap. This brings us directly to the Sushi bar. Sushi holders must stake their Sushi tokens in the Sushi bar smart contract in order to participate in profit sharing. In return, they will earn X Sushi, which may be redeemed for their original Sushi, as well as additional Sushi tokens from swap fees. 0.5% of the swap fees for each chain swap that goes through Sushi are given out as Sushi in accordance to the user's share of the Sushi bar. The X Sushi tokens retain their voting rights in the governance of Sushi and are fully composable. Additionally, X Sushi tokens may be added to the X Sushi ETH liquidity pool, allowing users to take advantage of both the additional incentives from the pool and the stacked yield from X Sushi. The yield on Sushi bar is contingent upon the trading volume passing through the Sushi AMM. It has been approximately 10% APR as of late, with days reaching 40%. The Sushi token is essentially one of the most productive assets in the DeFi market because of this profit-sharing structure. Sushi tokens ought to more accurately reflect the true worth of the Sushi protocol than many other tokens that are primarily motivated by speculation. It's time for yet another Sushi feature that uses the Sushi token. By offering additional incentives in the form of Sushi tokens, Onsen is a liquidity incentive system that speeds up the launch of new initiatives. A set number of Sushi tokens are awarded to projects that are chosen to be on Onsen in order to encourage liquidity provisioning for their own token. As a result, the projects themselves may still profit from incentivized liquidity without having to distribute their own token through liquidity mining. This is especially helpful for startups who don't want to distribute a lot of their own tokens at first, as they frequently struggle to kickstart liquidity. Since the swap fees from the Onset-enabled liquidity pools are given to the former Sushi holders, Onsen also helps the Sushi ecosystem as a whole. Onsen selects projects that are showcased based on the item's demand and quality. While some projects are only available for a limited period of time, others may always be available if there is a strong enough demand for the token and the project itself. Sushi provides ongoing yield farming chances for well-known and well-liked tokens. There are other tiers where these opportunities exist. Sushi, for instance, just launched a Polygon liquidity mining program that pays significant rewards to liquidity providers. Sushi tokens awarded through liquidity mining are subject to a vesting procedure. Of all farmed Sushi tokens, 1/3 are immediately claimable and remaining 2/3 vest and become claimable every week following the initial 6-month period for Bento Box, another Sushi feature. A unique kind of smart contract called a Bento Box serves as a safe for certain tokens. In essence, this vault is a money pool that apps in the Sushi ecosystem with Bento support can access. Extra yield is earned on tokens by users who deposit money into one of the Bento Box vaults. Vaults can produce yield in a number of ways, such as by lending out assets stored within or by enabling other participants to take out flash loans in exchange for a modest charge that goes back to the users who supply the liquidity for the vaults. Because various programs using the same vault don't have to go through as many stages as they would if Bento Box design hadn't been used, this structure is also incredibly gas efficient. The lending platform Kashi is the only Bento-enabled application now available. However, the team is working on adding other applications to Bento Box in the future, and this is an excellent way to transition into Kashi. Sushi's initial loan and margin trading service is called Kashi, which translates to lending in Japanese. With the help of Bento Box, anyone may establish personalized, energy-efficient lending and borrowing marketplaces with Kashi. Unlike other well-known DeFi money markets like Aave or Compound, Kashi separates each market. It follows that users can establish markets for riskier assets without affecting other markets. An asset's capacity to be borrowed makes trading it possible as well. This is helpful for investors who think the asset will lose value, but it also makes hedging possible. A money market for the new token might be established on Kashi by someone, enabling anyone to borrow the new token in exchange for either or another cryptocurrency of their choice. The new token can now be borrowed by the short seller, who can then sell it for either right away. The primary warning is that a trustworthy pricing oracle must be accessible in order to establish a money market for a new token. When a new market is created in Kashi, the user has the option to select a price oracle. There are now just price feeds that are accessible through Chainlink, which restricts the amount of new markets that may be established. To increase the number of price sources that are available, the Sushi team is working on integrating their own swap pricing oracle. The solvency of the entire protocol will be put in jeopardy if a new risky asset was added to one of the current money markets. This is due to the possibility that many accounts may become under-collateralized, and a chain reaction of liquidations could occur if the coin used as collateral saw a significant decline in value. However, borrowing such a coin and it rapidly appreciates in value also poses a concern because borrowed assets become more valuable than collateral, under-collateralizing the account once more. Miso is the final, but certainly not least aspect of Sushi that we will discuss in this video. Miso is a platform for token launchpads. It makes it easier to introduce new tokens on Sushi. Miso is committed to delivering a positive experience for those looking to discover and support new token initiatives, as well as for the project creators who are launching new ones. Miso provides a set of smart contracts to project creators that streamline the process of issuing new tokens. Furthermore, it makes it possible for the projects to draw on a bigger initial audience than they might have been able to on their own. Supporters of the project can rest easy knowing that audited and battle-tested contracts were used to produce the token and the infrastructure behind it. They can also participate in trustworthy token launches and find new initiatives with ease. Clearly, Miso is just one more crucial component of the entire Sushi ecology. Sushi appears to be one of the most promising DeFi initiatives, with a continuously increasing trade volume on its decentralized exchange, a profit-sharing mechanism for Sushi holders, a growing number of chains and scaling solutions to launch on, and new features being introduced to the ecosystem. This is the reason that many members of the DeFi community think Sushi is underappreciated, particularly in comparison to other decentralized exchanges. Although the specific reason for this is unknown, it may have something to do with Sushi's somewhat rough launch as a Uniswap fork. Sushi is still undoubtedly one of the best DeFi protocols to monitor. As the team looks for new chains and scaling solutions, it will be interesting to see what new features are introduced to Bentabox and the rest of the Sushi ecosystem. Among them is the previously mentioned Arbitrum. What are your thoughts on Sushi then? Do you believe it isn't given enough credit? Please leave a comment below. Please use the like button if you like this video like you always do. Get Phenomatics on Patreon and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.